all, this was a birthday gift from Cynthia that I did not expect at all. I've never heard of anything like this until now. And she explained it to me. It was just made for me because here you see the interests that I like, you know. I like flowers. Used to go biking, play ball, music. I love animals, cats, dogs, you name it. And horses, of course, the horses. Butterflies are amazing. And, of course, a true blue Canadian. That's me. And with the flowers and the fruits and this here, I had breast cancer twice. I had the first surgery was a lumpectomy off my right breast, and they took the lump off. Then I had to have chemo, radiation, all the 9 yards. It was tough.
You beat that. You beat that twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that was in 2007, and 2 years later, they decided to remove everything. Reason being is because I was adopted as a child, and I do not know my medical history about if it's yes or no, so they didn't want to take any chances, so they removed both of them. So, you know, very blessed there. That proves that our medical program is very, very, very healthy in Canada.
We're very lucky here in Canada.
Now, that's my opinion. Somebody can come and smack me and say, are you nuts? But that's my opinion. Everybody has their own, allowed to give your opinion. So
I noticed 3 patches there. You have the pink ribbon. I'm supposing that's for cancer.
Yeah.
And then I noticed the heart. And then I noticed above, there seems to be like
here?
a camera, or a piano.
I love my family.
Okay.
I loved my job that I did, but I had to retire at a young age because of my cancer.
And what job was that?
I was, I started as a PSW with Algonquin, then I went to Career Canada College. Of course, you guys no longer exist. And I took the program of hospital patient registration specialist. So I took that course. Takes a year, but I did it in 6 months. Graduated it with honors.
Wow.
And when I got back to the clinic, I didn't no, that was before that. I gave them my other credentials, and they said, okay, well, if you can maybe try to search some information for the doctors, you know, if they're not quite familiar with such a thing, you know, and I would give it to them afterwards, and I always exceeded more than what they asked for. I always did that. So that's what my career ended.
And how do you find this quilt helping you?
The what?
How does the memory quilt help you?
I'm sorry, I didn't get
the quilt. That's
How does it help you?
Well, it brings back memories. Like, for instance, my cancer. When I was a child, I always had cats and dogs. Of course, the sports that I did. And I love music. My sister is a professional musician, so yeah. And I love music a lot. Like, it all depends what kind, what I'm in the mood for. And it's just amazing how that really she got it bang on. I'm amazed. I mean, see the butterflies. I mean, and like I said, true blue Canadian here.
It's the way it is. We all are Canadians here.
Yep. And yeah, these are the musical notes and so on. And I belong to a choir, and it's called, oh my goodness, I don't know the whole thing, but she's taking care of that right now. Mm-hmm. And they had their concert, their first concert Tuesday, and it's a lot of work involved in that. I can see what she's doing in that to make it,
Excellent. Do you find that it brings you a sense of calm, or it helps you relax?
Yeah. Especially when I'm in pain, like with my disease and everything. The music really, and this is when I wish I had a little animal, like a teacup. They have these teacup dogs. I wouldn't mind getting one of those. I mean, it won't cause any problems. Mind you, it's going to cost an arm and a leg and an arm again. But, and I highly, especially the animals, I wrote a term paper in Algonquin when I was a PSW. I took all 3 programs and I graduated with honors in all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And we had a choice of the teacher gave us some subjects that what we wanted to talk about, and I decided to talk about the pet therapy program. And I really highly believe in it, because not just the elderly, but when we had the ponies the other day, a lot of people came to say to me, this was great, and it got some of them out of their room again to just be outside. But of course, some can't. That's the unfortunate part.
So we have to try to do what we can and make them as comfortable as we can.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, and family members bring their own animals, their dogs, and they're as sweet as can be.
Well, maybe just a memory of a dog on your quilt helps a little.
Well, you had a dog on my quilt, I think.
Yeah.
Where is it? Hello? There, see, dog right there.
There it is.
See? And, and of course, it doesn't have to, for pet therapy, it doesn't have to be a horse, cat, dog. It may sound funny, but like I see programs on animals, and some people love pigs. Well, that's their fancy. Or some love snakes. Well, you can keep those away from me.
So that means you don't want us to put a snake on a blanket for you, do you?
Nah.
Well, I really have to thank you, Christine. This is
So,
really nice of you to speak to us about your quilt
well,
and the benefits of it.
thank you for asking me, and thank you for doing this project. If you need any help in something, I can't walk, but I've got a big mouth, so you know, if you need any help with something,
You're certainly helping us now,
well, that's great.
just by saying
And I
something.
speak French too, to boot, so if there's any problem there, I can maybe help in that department if necessary.
Well, we
But,
thank you very much for
thank
just
you.
talking to us today. We really appreciate that.
Well,
Thank you.
I'm very honored that you've asked me. I mean, you know, thank you very much.
You're welcome. A testimonial from Christine Reynolds, a true Canadian, a Change Coalition testimonial.